Imagine you're on a cruise ship. No, really, imagine you're on a cruise ship. Imagine yourself sitting by the pool in the sun, listening to your favorite song as you sip on a beverage of your choice without a worry in the world. Relaxing, right? Well, now imagine your ship unexpectedly crashes into the rocks and chaos and pandemonium break out while the ship begins to quickly sink. What went wrong? You see, while you were lying by the pool enjoying your favorite beverage, you were unconsciously assuming the captain was navigating the ship. Little did you know the captain was leading the ship into a massive rock bed. This is exactly what's happening in modern society today. As we ride on the cruise ship of life, all that's on people's minds are things such as getting to work on time, getting good grades, and making sure we're up to date with the latest fashion. All the while unconsciously assuming the captains of the ship are navigating our course correctly. Big mistake. As unfortunate as it is, it's becoming blatantly obvious that the current captains of the ship of life have led us astray, and now our ship is heading straight towards the rocks. Let us show you why. In the world today, over 80% of our energy comes from fossil fuels that include coal, oil, and gas. To most, these energy sources seem to be working since the ship of life hasn't crashed yet. If you were to take a step back and observe our current society's trajectory from a bird's eye view, it's clear that if we don't quickly change directions, we are going to crash, and soon. The long-term use of fossil fuels is illogical due to the fact that they cause collateral damage to the environment by polluting the air we breathe and environmental degradation in the form of global warming, acid rain, and water pollution. Beyond that, there is only a finite amount of these resources on this planet, meaning once they are gone, they're gone. Some people claim that renewable energies such as wind and solar are the answer. However, the effectiveness of these resources are limited. After all, the sun isn't always shining, and the wind isn't always blowing. With this in mind, one can't help but ask themselves, why haven't we discovered an energy source that has it all? The biggest issue is lack of innovation. Believe it or not, we are using outdated technology. When these technologies were invented, people were still getting from place to place with a horse and buggy. So that brings up interesting questions. Where's the new technology? If every other industry in the world has evolved by leaps and bounds since the 1900s, why hasn't the energy industry progressed? Why hasn't innovation been a priority? Has no one been able to come up with a new technology? Recently, a fearless pioneer in the energy field decided to take matters into his own hands. He was convinced that there had to be a better way. With this in mind, he set out to invent an energy technology that would create 100% renewable clean energy and would be reliable 24/7, regardless of conditions. All the while generating enough energy to rid the world of fossil fuels entirely and reducing the cost of energy by incredible amounts. After 8 years of trial and error, John had a breakthrough, and in late 2014, John Rosebush discovered the power generation principle that would change the world. Eager to implement this technology, John leveraged some of the powerful connections he made by working in this industry and building a passion for over 30 years. He began to reach out to some of the most influential people in the world, including the head of the Department of Energy, top executives at General Electric, and even the President of the United States. To his dismay, he found himself face to face with corruption everywhere he turned. We are left with no choice other than to come to you for support. We need to put upward pressure on an outdated industry that is killing our planet. This is our future. It's important to understand that once implemented, the impact of this technology on modern society will be comparable to the impact electricity had in the early 1900s. This invention would create a domino effect that would indefinitely lead to the next technological revolution. With an energy deficit out of the way, we are looking at leaps in human progress. Desalination of coastal waters, serving thirsty communities and nations. Development of cleaner and quicker transportation. Building smart cities that respond to our lifestyle. All while benefiting our home that is truly calling out for us to stand up and speak out on a topic that has been pushed under the rug for decades. If you care about creating a world worth inheriting for future generations, we implore you to do 2 things. First, click on the description below and follow the 2 links provided. The first link is to our petition that puts pressure on global political officials with the power to make the right decisions. The second link is to a landing page where you can sign up for a live webinar with John Rosebush himself. Here he will elaborate on his story as well as the energy invention concept. Secondly, like, comment and share this video on all social media outlets. It's time to ring the alarm and show the world the truth. We are confident that an educated public will demand change once aware of the situation at hand. However, education starts with conversation, and because all the news we see today is controlled by 6 companies, it's up to us to start the discussion. We are currently in a life or death situation as a society. The captain of the ship of life has steered us in the wrong direction, and it's up to us to take the wheel before we crash.